What are we looking at here then, John? What's these?
This is a bit of a clue to where we are going to be going in a bit. It's obviously a statue. It's seen better days, a bit like where we're going, but
Is this art?
it's with a capital F, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, it's known as the Plane Spotters.
Oh, okay.
So that's your clue.
How?
How? I don't know how it's named the Plane Spotters. I don't know if it was called that, but it was installed, or whether that's a local nickname for it.
So John's fetched me to the top of a hill in the north of Sheffield. I mean, nice views. We've got all the Don Valley down there, Sheffield Arena, Meadow Hall, Tinsley Viaduct, Rotherham Town Centre, looking over that way. So what's the reason we're on top of this hill, John?
Well, we've got something to go and see. It's a disused relic, but it's a bit different from our usual kind of explore.
It's not a railway.
It's not a railway.
It's an airport.
It's an airport. It is transport related, but yes, it is not a railway.
So, did anybody know that Sheffield, the city of Sheffield, used to have an airport? Has anybody actually flown from this airport? Because it's quite a recent thing. Is Sheffield City Airport? And it's just down the bottom there. You probably can't make it out, but it's grassed over now. It's nature's reclaiming the runway. We can still see bits of tarmac down there, can't you? Do you remember the airport being open, John, at all?
I don't remember it. I'm afraid at that time I was an impoverished student and I couldn't afford to go on flights out of the UK.
I don't think it was really geared up to the likes of you and me jetting off to wherever.
I think it was more for business travel.
I do remember it being open though. I have vivid memories one day of driving out on the parkway towards the motorway, just as like a propeller plane. It wasn't for jets, was it? But it was just on its approach, and it was really weird because the angle that they come in at almost looked like it was coming right. Yeah, it was quite unnerving.
Yeah. Really. I guess it was because there weren't many spots in Sheffield, because obviously it's a hilly city where they could build an airport.
Well,
so they had to sneak it in this one spot, and then it wasn't very long runway, which is what led to its unfortunate. Well, I think one of the reasons.
Is it the biggest place in the UK without an airport?
I suspect it probably is.
Yeah. And this area has been regenerated now. University of Sheffield, you'll see there. This area is called the Advanced Manufacturing. AMRC, what's the R stand for? Research. Yeah. Centre. Right. I thought I knew what that stood for, but quite obviously I don't. But we're not here to discuss the politics and the what-nots and wherefores, or why Sheffield's not got an airport. I'm interested in what remains, and if there's anything left. We've seen from a distance what remains of the runway. And amazingly, it's still really visible. You can see.
Yeah, you can very much distinctly make out the whole kind of area where the runway was situated within.
You can't miss it.
Yeah, and they haven't developed that bit, which is surprising because that is an obvious place to develop.
But they have done their best to erase everything else of this airport. And it wasn't a big airport, but there are a few things left behind that I think's just how they've clung on.
Well, it's very much unchanged in some respects, this particular part.
And there we are. Yeah. We can pretty much see everything
in one shot
behind. Yeah. That would be, what would that be? A terminal building?
That's the terminal building. Yeah, that's the main terminal building where the passengers would have waited.
You can look at that without knowing.
To the right, there, that is the fire station.
Oh, okay.
Or where they had the emergency vehicles, which obviously you'd need.
Yeah.
And then a bit further to the right, you've got the regional hangars. Yeah, which still have like helicopter maintenance signage on. I don't think that's probably active. But.
And then there's a helipad over there as well.
Yeah. Well, this is what's interesting about this is, so we've learnt a new expression, apron, which is an airport terminology for the area where planes are effectively embarked on, disembarked, fueled, refueled, effectively where they're, before they taxi out to the runway.
Yeah.
So you've got runways, taxiways, and you've got the apron, and this area here is the apron, and there's actually quite a lot of the original markings left, particularly with the helipad markings over there on the right-hand side.
And it doesn't take a genius to explain what's in front of us then, John, so...
No, I think that might be a control tower by some chance.
Is that left on purpose? Or,
yeah, well, it's now officers. You know, someone works in the top of the control tower, which I think is pretty cool. Isn't it? It's a bit like a signal box almost.
It is. It is literally the equivalent of a signal box. So, we've not discussed any facts, figures or dates, John. We need
factoids. So yeah, well, it opened in 1997 and it officially closed in 2008, so that's like 11 years, which is pretty short. But actually what's even more, you know, just really kind of like just disappointing in some ways for Sheffield is the last scheduled flights were going in 2001, I believe. So it only lasted like 4 years for scheduled flights. That was just flights to Belfast in the end. But obviously it kind of opened in the sort of same time as all the low budget operators were opening up.
Easy jets,
and then they had jets. Jets couldn't fly out of here because the runway's too short. So it's just turboprops, and that's quite ancient tech, really, isn't it? Yeah, it's got left behind as soon as it opened, almost.
Yeah, it is a shame.
So it's a real pity.
YouTube is full of fascinating historical moments, and I'll just point you to a video on the final day of fixed wing aviation at the airport. It's on a channel called El Tonioni and shows his last flight from the airport on that last day. Anyway, it's a little cheeky to play the full video for you on here, but I'll leave a link in the description if you want to take a look. So we've seen the runway, John. Any idea how long the runway was?
Well, I think it might have been 1,211 metres.
You know what this reminds me of, John? When we had that walk around the old Staveley Works site.
We saw all the car markings. Yeah, it was fascinating.
So there you go, there's your helicopter pad.
Yeah, with a second one there.
The police...
yeah, they did have I think they had the police helicopters did fly from here for quite a period. And they used it for like the runway, I think, for sort of training and stuff as well. And you got, I think there were 3 helipads actually. There's one there, and then obviously one's got lost.
There's one just behind you as well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Loads.
And then you can see like the markings, can't you? Look, we've got like number 1 there, and number 2.
Oh yeah.
Just on here, looking a bit faded now, but you can still quite clearly make them out.
There's a surprisingly large amount left of this, just whole. It's not been erased completely at all.
Something over my shoulders just caught my eye, John.
Now, this wasn't on the agenda.
What is this? Well, obviously we know what it is.
Is it a test? Some kind of test for maybe simulating a railway accident or something? Oh, so there's a raft. Do not step onto this raft without authorisation.
Bizarre.
Really odd.
Oh, it's University of Sheffield.
Some kind of testing.
So, okay.
Bizarre.
Just thought it was a strange place to find a little piece of railway track. And here's just a closer look at these old hangars, helicopter maintenance there. So are these still in use? Does anybody know? I'm assuming it's not for aviation or helicopter purposes. Or maybe it is. Maybe this is still a permissible helipad. I just don't know. So again, let us know if you ever used Sheffield City Airport, or if you know anybody who did. I know of one person, and it wasn't in the greatest of situations. One of my university friends had to be airlifted back to France after he'd had a disagreement with the front of a bus in about 2001. That's the only person I know who's ever had anything to do with this airport.
To use it, I don't remember on the day talking about it or using it.
I mean, there's not a lot here, but I think that's, just say it's fascinating, just that you've got these little isolated remains of an airport that once was a modern day airport.
Not not an old airport. It's only, what is it, 28 years since it opened?
Yeah. And that's it, only a short one. So thank you ever so much for watching. Cheers, John.
Yeah, no worries at all.
And
see you guys.
Thanks to all channel members. Anyone who buys a coffee, sends a super thanks, supports the channel. Give it a like, a subscribe. Let me know what you think. And like I say, I keep saying, let me know if you've ever used this airport. We'll see you soon on another video. Ta-ra!
See you later.